This is the Ask Me Anything series of Cissay's Collab Space. I am Amy Cissay. Today we are going to talk about the question that has been asked a lot. How do you disable syncing files from a SharePoint library down to your local files? People love doing this because they want to work with files that are stored in SharePoint, but they want to work with those files on their computer from their C drive because they don't want to go into SharePoint. And I've also heard people say, well, I can't find anything in SharePoint, so I just want to navigate between the folder structures on my computer versus going to SharePoint. So it also creates a ton of issues. When I say a ton of issues. Multiple different clients have shared the same issues. And so you can turn off syncing files because it creates a headache and a nightmare, especially when people have folders and the file paths are way too long because there's actually a conflict with the file system character limits and also the SharePoint character limits. And so there's errors, there's issues. So we've actually shared with a few of our clients how syncing can just be disabled. You can run a PowerShell script to disable sync on all the sites. Today, I'm going to show how you can disable syncing at the site level and the library level. So when you go to your SharePoint site, let's just go to a library. You can do so by going to site contents, and you can just click on any document library, and you will notice that you have the ability to sync. All right, so that's what we're going to turn off. When you go to a site, go to site information, just so that you can get to view all site settings. And you'll notice that there's an option for search and offline availability. So here, specify whether this site should be available for offline clients. Just change it to no. So now when you go to your libraries, you'll notice that if you click on a library, sync is gone. And another library, sync is also gone, which is great. So just to show you how you can go to any library, if you don't want the site level, you can go to settings, library settings, more library settings, and advanced settings is where you can find allowed items from this document library to be downloaded to the offload client. Just change that to no. Of course, we change it at the site level, so we don't have to do it for individual libraries, but if you wanted to control it at the library level, this is how you would do it. So I would say until you have proper file hygiene practices, such as limiting subfolders or not having subfolders at all and moving over to metadata to organize your files, save yourselves the headache, just disable the sync because it causes a lot of confusion, error messages, unless you can run reports, which is what our team does, to show characters. If you keep it under, I would say 250 characters, all the folders also count towards that character limit as well. And so just keep it clean. And then you won't have as many issues. And get used to working in SharePoint. Get used to working in the browser. And if you're using Teams, Teams uses the SharePoint library. So just get used to going to Teams and editing your files from there. And you will save a lot of headaches doing so. If you have a question about Microsoft 365 products, not Exchange, not Dynamics, but anything else, SharePoint, Teams, OneDrive, Planner, Viva, Engage, Viva Connections. Did I say Planner? OneNote, maybe. Send an email to Cissay's collabspace@gmail.com. And of course, subscribe to Cissay's Collab Space.